Hey, this is the Tefal I think it's called, bread maker. It is a 1 kilo bread maker. We're gonna unbox it and bake the first bread. Okay, let's go. It's got 12 modes. These are the manuals, the recipes. So it does come with a bunch of recipes. This is the unit itself. So it only bakes a 1 kilo bread, but the advantage is that it doesn't take up as much space. It is a very simple model. It's pretty good quality plastic. It seems sturdy enough. It's got 12 functions. Pretty easy layout. It doesn't have like glass so you can see the bread, but that's fine, I guess. So we have measuring cup. You have the little blade that spins. A hook to remove it after the bread is baked. So this is like the little bowl you put everything in. You just install the little blade, you just snap it on. It's got a heating coil there. Just put the ingredients in. That's what we're gonna do next. And bake a bread. Okay, let's plug it in and see. Okay, so first make sure you wash your kneading bowl. It's not dishwasher safe, so just use hot soapy water. Wash the blade and wash the inside of the kneading bowl. That's what we're going to do next. We've got all our ingredients ready. We're gonna bake the first bread, the most simple bread, which is a French bread. So first of all, we're gonna proof the yeast. We've got 400 milliliters of warm water. We're gonna put in 2 teaspoons of yeast. Just a little bit of sugar to help the yeast out. It's like 1/4 of a teaspoon. We're gonna mix it a little bit. Make sure we got the edges. And we're gonna give it 5 minutes. If your yeast looks like this, it's all bubbling up, that means it's active. So first of all, always remember to put in the blade. After that, pour in the water and yeast mixture. Then add 2 teaspoons of salt. The only thing that's left now is the flour, so we're gonna use 700 grams of flour, but we're gonna use a cup and see how many cups that is. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's basically 5 cups of flour. So 5 cups of flour. And what we're gonna do now is just take the mixing bowl, open up the door and put it in. Make sure it's well seated. Close the little door. So make sure the unit is plugged in. It's very simple. You got all your programs. There's 12 of them. You have the menu here to switch in between them. So this is how much bread you want to bake: 500 grams, 750 grams, and 1000 grams, or a kilo. And this setting is how brown you want your bread to be. And there's a start stop. You can also increase the timer. If you want it ready tomorrow, then you can delay it for up to 15 hours, I think. Okay, so let's go. So menu, I think the French bread setting is the second program. Yep. So we're gonna go to number 2. So it takes approximately 3 hours, and we want it done like a medium crust, and the weight is 1000 grams. All we do now is start it up and wait for 3 hours, I guess. 3 hours and 9 minutes. Okay, well, looking forward to see how it turns out. See you in a bit. It's done. We can just hit stop. It's gonna, if you don't hit stop, it's gonna go on for another hour, not baking but just keeping it warm. So let's open it and see what it looks like. So this is a medium color on the crust setting. Looks okay. You can use oven mitts. You got a little hook to help you out. What you should do is flip it and try to get the bread out now that it's hot. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, you can let the bowl cool off and add some water to it so it moisten up any residual bread that's in there, so it's easier to clean. It's got a nice hard crust on the outside. So yeah, looks good. Let's see what it tastes like. Okay, let's try and slice it. It's been a few minutes, so it's not as hot. So it looks good. It's still very, very warm. So you can choose a bigger or a smaller crust. This is the medium one. But inside it's nice and very nice and soft, spongy. But there is a nice crust on. It's not as hard on top. It's harder on the sides and the bottom. Okay, let's cut a couple of slices and see what it tastes like. Okay, this is what it looks like. So it looks good, it smells wonderful. Let's see how it tastes. Yeah, so it's very good. There's a bit of a crust there. We can play with the settings, but yeah, looks and tastes really good, right? Okay, well, bye.